Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Today it's an exciting day. We finally get our first full look at Vantage with the character reveal trailer. And last week a bunch of creators got some early access preview of season 14 and the embargo is lifted today. So we finally get to talk about Vantage in full detail, explain everything we saw. We're gonna watch the full character trailer first, and then afterwards I'll get into detail about all of her abilities and the nuances and how everything works. So let's get right into it. Sit back, relax, enjoy. Here we go.
Xiomara Contreras is no ordinary teenager.
If you're not hunting, you're being hunted.
I raised her in the frozen wilds of Pagos, where there is but one truth. Everything wants to kill you. Mara may be young,
dude,
but she has
her outfit is gonna make for so many cool skins.
Surviving's not for everyone.
She's
just
to
cool.
Apex Games to right a terrible wrong, and anyone who stands in her way soon won't be standing.
She's so like quirky like Lifeline, man. It's dope.
Survival often comes down to luck. In your case, it came down to skill.
A true hunter, she will get the lay of the land before engaging.
Take a gander at this.
Vantage knows not to
Okay, so she
reveal
has
her position
spotter's lens,
until her prey
ADS to scout with your
has no
eyepiece.
chance at escaping.
So you get a bunch of intel. You get some shields.
Nice kill.
You get range on it.
Danger
The
lies
range.
around every corner in the Apex Games.
Let's go, Echo.
Vantage can use Echo to relocate to a more strategic position.
This ability has like next.
I'd tell you
It's
to
got a
be
lot of
on guard,
potential to be
but it won't matter.
like a
Vantage has
really
you
high
in
skill
her
gap movement
crosshairs.
ability.
You'll never see her coming.
That one's for my mom.
And then her sniper
Whatever
ultimate is
threats
just.
these games hold, she will be ready.
It's gonna
And
be
to show
strong,
them
man.
What I taught you, my wild one.
The finisher looks dope, bro. Okay, I'm excited. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna break down the abilities. There's so much to talk about. It's actually crazy. All right, so let's kick things off. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen this trailer once before, so nothing was really a surprise here. But it is just nice to watch it back. It's honestly really cool. The abilities we're gonna get into. Before we get into the abilities, I just want to talk about Vantage as a character and give you guys, little notes about what the dev said at the presentation and stuff like that. Vantage is, well, first of all, she's just like the first legend to come to the games that's kind of in line with just Bloodhound. I love the hunter vibes. I love the aesthetic. It's very Apex, Kings Canyons-y feeling. We've had a lot of futuristic legends that, I don't know, to me personally, they don't hit as hard like Space Mommy, Horizon, Valk. They're very futuristic, but I kind of like the more, back to the roots type feel, boots on ground type legend. Even though she flies, which isn't very boots on ground, but it's cool. So we all know she has a bat, and the bat's name is Echo. They came from the planet Pagos. That's where they grew up because, as you guys all know, Vantage and her mom, well, her mom was a runaway prisoner. She was hiding, so they kind of had to make do with what they had on that planet. And Echo is the first, just true animal to be a part of somebody's kit. We all know that Artur is Bloodhound's pet, and Artur sometimes makes a presence in game when you're chasing tracks, but you don't actually interact with Artur at all. Whereas Echo, you'll throw them out and you can jump to them. Where it gets really interesting though is the fact that since they were on Pagos as runaway prisoners, they didn't have access to a lot of the futuristic stuff that I guess a lot of the legends, like I said, that we've been getting lately have, like jetpacks and Horizon tacks. Vantage is dealing with really old Apex tech. That's why if you take a look at her gadgets, her headpiece, her eyepiece, it's older Apex tech. It has more of a vintage, I want to say like early 2000s feel to her gadgets. And then if we go back to a good look at her rifle here, it's a very old version of the Sentinel sniper, which we have in Apex right now. The current one we have is a much more modern day variant of it. You can kind of just see at the end of the sniper here, it has a wooden stock. It's just kind of, a lot more old school, and I like the feel. I think the weapon sounds really cool whenever she shoots it, so I'm excited for that. Well, let's get into her abilities now, because I know that's what you guys are literally itching for. This is where things get really interesting. There's a couple of details that I'm going to share today that you can't quite get just from looking at the trailer, but we'll start off with her tactical spot or her passive, Spotter's Lens. ADS to scout with your eyepiece, unarmed or with mid to long range scopes, and use a bullet drop indicator to see where your shots will land. So the passive is pretty straightforward, to be honest. On the upper left hand corner, you can kind of see right here the shield level of the target you're looking at. So the Wraith or the Loba here has a purple shield. And we know that her teammates have a blue shield and a gray shield. So this is where you're gonna see how many people are alive on that squad. We know there's a full 3-man unit. We can see them right there. We also see how far away they are, 79 meters. And then it says it has bullet drop indicator. I think that's what these red dots are here. I'm pretty sure that from the trailer preview we saw, there will be a green dot to say whether or not you need to lead your shot. So from what I've heard, it's gonna have a high velocity. It's gonna be extremely accurate, so it shouldn't be too hard to hit your shots with. And when they talk about mid to long range scopes, I'm gonna assume that's everything from a 1 to 2 times to bruiser to up. So blue scopes and up. All the 1 times optics aren't gonna give you this information. And one last thing to mention about the passive, you will be able to ping the enemies that you do see and give that information to your teammates. So if you ping out, it'll tell the squad probably what shield they're carrying. It'll give comms, your legend will give comms in game. Next up, we have Echo Relocation as her tactical. This I'm extremely excited for because this is the first time we've had a recon character other than Bloodhound who actually has a decent set of movement abilities. That's always kind of the pain struggle of using a recon legend. You sacrifice a lot of mobility, sometimes you get ISO'd out, but she's gonna be able to escape and do a lot of big plays. So Echo Relocation, position your wing companion Echo and then launch towards him. You must have Echo in your line of sight in order to be able to launch to them, because this isn't a teleport, this is like a jump pack thruster ability where you launch towards Echo. So Echo kind of works in the same way a crypto drone works, but not in the same sense that you need to go into Echo to control where exactly they're flying, but you can throw it out like a crypto drone. Echo will launch out and then you can ping it around kind of like you would with Newcastle Shield. You know, you can move it around and it'll go from spot to spot. So you're gonna be able to launch Echo and then ping move here, move there, move over here once you actually want to launch to him. A lot of people were wondering how you're gonna be able to combat this ability because you can't actually kill Echo. That was confirmed by the devs. You can shoot it. You can try to do as much damage as you want to Echo, but he will not die. He is literally invincible. So people are wondering how you're going to counter Vantage. If you can't kill the bat, then you're always going to be able to launch up to a pretty scary position. But Echo makes a noise when you throw him out. He makes a noise when you're getting ready to launch to him and when you launch to him. And then you also have a jetpack full of thrusters that make noise. So honestly, it kind of calls you out when you're about to take it, kind of like a Pathfinder grapple. You can hear it coming. And I don't see it as much different than a Pathfinder grapple. It's trackable when you're actually flying. It's something you're gonna be able to predict, and at the end of the day, you could see Echo, so you know where Vantage is gonna be flying to. But her overall tactical, I think, is honestly going to be pretty strong. I think it'll be a decent ability. So this is where things get really exciting for me. You can see Echo right here and Vantage is launching to him. After Vantage reaches Echo, she kind of does somewhat of a B-hop off of him. She just kind of floats down. It's not like she does a dead fall and goes straight down. She kind of just flows out of him, kind of like you would, you know, at the very end of an Octane double jump. She just kind of floats out of it. So I think there's going to be a lot of potential for big plays to follow up on your snipes. You're gonna be able to shotgun out of the air. That's kind of where my biggest concern is. After the preview of season 14 with the devs, I still don't have those answers answered. If you could pull your gun out in the air, if you can, it's gonna be strong. If not, it'll still be decent, but it kind of, you know, it sells a little trick shot potential, which I hope she has, especially because she has a built-in sniper. But that's pretty much it for her tactical. So we've covered her passive, we covered her tactical, and finally, we're gonna get into her ultimate, and this is, I think, the most exciting part of her entire kit. So right here we have Sniper's Mark, her ultimate. Use your custom sniper rifle to mark enemy targets and apply a damage bonus for you and your team. The coolest part about this sniper rifle, first off, aside from how it looks with the rubber bands and bungee cords on it and the, you know, the wooden stock and the wraps around the scope, it's the fact that every time you pull it out, you kind of piece it together. The barrel detaches from the base of the gun and you snap it on at the start. You can already see it in the distance here. All her enemies are on sear scan. I think she's going to be extremely deadly with this sear because the amount of information you're going to get on a squad. But I just wanted to get into her scope here. So you can see on the right side of her scope here, she has 5 sniper shots. So this ultimate at 100% stacks up to 5 total sniper bullets, and it gives the same indicators, the shields. Each shot that you deal with this sniper rifle is going to do 50 damage, so it's a pretty sturdy shot. It's not as much as like a sentinel, it's more in line with a longbow, but when you do hit someone with it, they go on mark. Now a mark isn't like, it's not like a sear scan in a sense that it's going to wall hack them. They're not scanned, it's just a marking. It's kind of like a live ping. If they go behind cover, the ping disappears. If they come out from cover, the ping is still going to be there for, I think it's up to 10 or 15 seconds that the ping stays active for. So as long as they peek, you're going to be able to see them extremely easily every single time they do come out of cover. I'm kind of glad they're getting away from the whole wall hacky type meta and just creating other legends that do other things. Now, all targets that are marked that you have sniped now take additional damage from your teammates and you, and also the next sniper shot that you take if you follow up will do 100 damage. So this is entering Kraber level territory. Of course, it takes 2 shots, but 150 damage if you catch someone in the open is going to be devastating. That's 100%. You have to hide and kind of isolate yourself and take time to heal. It's going to be a really strong ability. The last thing to note before we wrap up this video, and probably the coolest thing about her entire ultimate, is the fact that, like I said, at 100%, this sniper rifle stacks up to 5 shots, but you don't need all 5 shots to pull out the sniper rifle. I'm pretty sure at 20% you'll have 1 bullet. So as long as you have 1 bullet in the chamber of this weapon, you're able to pull out your ultimate at any time. It's kind of like a Sheila. If you have bullets in reserve, you can pull it out. So you'll pretty much always have a 3rd weapon in your arsenal, which is why I think Vantage is going to be so good. You're going to be able to use like a hyper aggressive loadout, like a CAR, a 301 with a PK, like 2 close range or mid range to short range weapons at all times. And then you always have a sniper in your back pocket. And even just for scouting and just kind of, surveilling the map and seeing where people are in the distance, always having I don't know what this is, but we can see 8 times zoom. I'm assuming it's a 4 to 8 times scope, probably. That's powerful. Like, just being able to scope out and surveil is insane. Having that in your back pocket is going to be a game changer. So I'm excited for Vantage. That's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about, everything I got to see at the season 14 preview, and my little trailer reveal, I guess you could say. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. A like is always appreciated, and let me know in the comments if you guys are excited for Vantage. If you're gonna be maining her, I definitely want to try to give her a shot at maining, because she's bringing a new spice to the game. There's no other legend that plays like she's about to play, and it's got me out of my seat, bro. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm streaming all day live on Twitch as well. We're trying to hit masters before the end of the split, and hopefully I see you guys over there, bro. Have a great rest of your day. Keep up, stay up. Peace out.